Afternoon. Welcome to bringing CS Frontiers to high school girls. My name is Isabella Gransbury. I'm a second-year PhD student at North Carolina State University. I work in Dr. Tiffany Barnes' Game to Learn Lab, and I'm here to talk to you about our project CS Frontiers, specifically the artificial intelligence and distributed computing modules. First, I would like to introduce the topics I'm going to discuss today that are relevant to the purpose of CS Frontiers and its implementation. I'm going to introduce gender issues in computer science and how CS Frontiers is combating said issues. Then I'm going to take you through the research that we have completed this summer through professional developments and summer camps. Gender issues in computer science. There has been research done that concludes women see technology differently than men. Women want to connect to real-world topics such as healthcare and social good, instead of, for example, video games. So how do we bring these real-world connections to women, specifically young women in high school? Making real-world connections. Why connect to the real world? There are several reasons to connect to important and relevant topics that are currently happening around students today. For one, it increases student motivation and creates a bigger picture for students when completing activities. Students also understand that what they are learning is relevant and can be seen and used outside of the classroom. How do you incorporate these topics into your classroom? There are several ways. Some are bringing in speakers, sharing videos, and creating culturally relevant projects and examples. There is actually research that supports students that are able to identify with other individuals in the computer science field have a higher chance of going into computer science. CS Frontiers. CS Frontiers incorporates real-world topics into its activities to expose students not only to advanced computer science topics, but also to gain more female interest in the field. Our senior leadership team includes Tiffany Barnes, Suchi Grover, Akos Ledexi, Brian Roll, Veronica Katete, and Marnie Hill. This is our graduate student team who helped with the development of materials and curriculum. And here are the teachers who helped with the development of the curriculum and who piloted portions of the materials in virtual summer camps at North Carolina State. So what is CS Frontiers? It's a modular, open access curriculum specifically designed to engage female students by introducing them to advanced computer science topics that relate to real-world issues. We currently have 3 of the 4 9-week curriculum modules, and each module can be done independently of each other. How do we test out this curriculum before it's put into schools? We use summer camps that test the engagement of students and their interest in the materials that we produce. Because of the topics of this course, teachers of the summer camps go through professional developments where they teach each other lessons and complete activities students will complete in the following weeks. This summer, the professional development was a week prior to the summer camp, and the summer camp spanned over the 2 weeks after the PD. To make sure everyone was exposed to each of these activities, we had our teachers split into 2 pairs, Group A and Group B. Each day of the PD, one group taught the other group their lessons and vice versa by the teach, learn, observe method, which will be discussed next. Because there were 10 days of the student camp and only 5 days of the PD, each group completed 5 days activities and learned 5 days of activities. The Teach, Learner, Observer model is a concept you may have heard before. It allows teachers not only to practice their teaching of a specific lesson, but also be in the student's shoes, if you will. It enables teachers to collaboratively develop shared notions of computing and computational thinking practices. So, how TLOs work. One group teaches a lesson from the curriculum. Another group acts as the students. At the end of each lesson, each group shares their thoughts and feelings on the lesson, and we refer to this as the reflection period. Here are some quotes from teachers that participated in our PD this summer. Some of them said that it was helpful in preparing them for the summer camp. It helped them think about the learning experience of the students, and it helped them take corrective action in their lessons and teaching. So how are we able to teach advanced computer science topics easily in the classroom? What we use is an application called Netsblox. Netsblox was created by Brian Brohl and his PhD advisor, Akosh, at the Vanderbilt University. Netsblox is an extension of the Snap block-based programming environment used in the Beauty and Joy of Computing AP Computer Science Principles course. This familiarity will allow the seamless integration of CS Frontiers into already established curriculum in schools. This program includes a range of different data sets from articles to climate data. Next, I will discuss some of the activities that use these different data sets in the CS Frontiers curriculum. Artificial intelligence and machine learning module. I'm going to discuss two activities that students completed in each of the modules. The first one that students completed in the AI and machine learning camp was the Twitter bot detection program. Students created a classifier to determine the amount of bots in a data set shown on the slide of different Twitter accounts. The next activity was a sentiment analysis activity. Students created an application that determined the sentiment of a statement that was input into the program. Students also had the option to expand their program by updating it to detect sarcasm or abuse in the language that was used. Next is the distributed computing module. One of the first things they created was a weather app. It was an interactive weather app that displayed current conditions of any location anywhere on Earth. They also were able to use a movie database to create a program that displayed the poster of specific types of movies based on queries and who was cast in them. For this specific virtual environment, we created websites that students were able to access and teachers could edit easy. I'm going to show you the PD website first for the teachers at the camp before the actual summer camp. So we split it up into the days that were there, and we were able to join all of the presentations and links for the teachers. We also were able to include and embed a PowerPoint where teachers could edit on the website in real time. And then for the summer camps, we used the same format. We also included Google Forms for them to turn in their work. So here, and then the buttons just open up to a Google form shown here. And that way they could insert the link to their program there because there's not a area for them to submit an assignment. That was our solution to that. Then we also have an announcements page in case any teacher from the camp wanted to let them know about anything or if anything had changed. Okay, and if you have any questions or if you want to learn more about CS Frontiers, here's our website. Is there any questions that I can answer?
Was there an activity that the students liked the most that they did in the summer camps?
I feel like they really liked the sentiment analysis activity because they were able to edit it more and make it more what they wanted instead of our directions because they had those specific options to choose between. Well, thank you for coming to my talk. And if there are no further questions, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I will put the website in the chat just in case anyone would like to visit or learn more about the program. Thank you.